particular dun sa Bombo Radio na fraud audit report nyo.
We understand, Mr. Chair.
Dali po, patapusin mo muna ako ha.
Yes po.
And of course, because of the documents that was submitted was only during the period of 2021 onward, it follows na yung amount na nakasipilate dito is only 2021 onward. Tama? Ang sinasabi ni Kong Lara is that actual amount before 2021, yun ang wala. Kasi wala naman talaga kayong audit report with regards to that. Because the provincial government never complied. Tama? And perhaps in regards to Bombo Radio, baka yung basis nyo nga for this particular amount galing pa po sa Bombo Radio. Yung available documents from Bombo Radio. But 2021, up from 2016 to 2021, yun yung wala. Kasing Bombo Radio, wala ring records. Yun yung sinasabi ni Kong Jojo Lara. But I do believe na yung province ng Cagayan, may record yan. Kaya lang, ayaw lang nila ibibigay. So yun yung question, saka punto na gustong sabihin ni Kong Lara, you cannot provide us the whole amount na supposedly i-refund o babayaran. Tama?
Sir Chair, that is correct.
Oh, para malinaw. Now, Kong Lara, anyway, the question of our committee report can already stand, no? Especially doon sa mga observation, but still, ang total amount that was used and spent with regards to these contracts, yun yung wala from 2016 to 2020 onward with regards to Bombo Radio. No? Tama?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, pero just let me remind you, you're telling about if there's no such reply or submission with regard to subpoena dos STICOM, sabi nyo, that will form part of the committee report. Tama? COA report. Tama? O, pero dito, wala. You never mentioned that the provincial government in this summary report. Kasi, ang nakalagay lang dito is ang daming violation, 1 to 7. I cannot mention it because this is still part of the deliberation. Wala pa pong finality to. Hindi pa terminated, hindi pa approved ng committee. I cannot discuss the details. But, ang sinasabi ko lang, you never mentioned about such non-compliance. Paki-review nyo nga ulit. Tapos kung kailangan magpadala ng supplemental, padala ko supplemental kasi wala dito eh. Ito 1 to 7 na mga violations. Malinaw to. So paki-check nyo lang po yung yung report. Okay?
Yes, Sir Chair, we will do that.
Oh, i-check nyo then ang final kasi na ito I'm talking about the Bombo Radio Bombo Radio na fraud audit report. Now doon po sa sa government provincial government spending, ang commitment nyo kanina is before the end of this month para may habol namin.
Sir Chair, yes po, Sir Chair.
O pati yung
This November.
ang malaga kasi sa amin dito yung approval ng committee report, then yung plenary action, no, adoption of the plenary with regards to the committee report at yung mga recommendation, especially cases that should be filed against those hearing public officials.
Yes po.
Okay,
Sir
so
Chair.
Mr. Chair,
yes, Kong Seria, please proceed.
alam mo, taga-kuha, talagang nagingit-ngit na yun. Nakailang committee hearing na Biruin mo yung nilalakad ko from north to south, nakailang hearing na tayo, tapos marinig ko lang dito na hindi mo pala alam yung ano, bakit ka nag-a-attend dito? Bakit yung pinadala? Kung halimbawa lawyer ka, pupunta ka sa hearing, hindi mo pinag-aralan yung kaso. Now, let me go to my observation para malinaw lang. Anong klasing ginagawa ninyo sa COA? Anong klasing trabaho ngayon? Kasi baka hindi tayo nagkaintindihan eh. Anong klaseng trabaho ang ginagawa ninyo ngayon in as far as this case is concerned?
Sir Chair, with regard sa financial assistance na audit of Cagayan, nasa final stages na po siya. The special audit team is just incorporating
Hindi
the...
po, mali po yung, napakahaba na yung ano, yung specific na trabaho na ginagawa nyo. Ano ba? Audit, investigation, yan yung ibig kong sabihin. Ano ba yung in as far as this case is concerned? Anong klasing trabaho ng COA ginagawa? Kasi may recommend ako later on, pati kayo pagkasuhan ko sa ombudsman, neglect of duty kayo eh. So, wala sanang investigation dito kung ginagawa nyo yung trabaho ninyo. Bakit? Di ba motu proprio dapat trabahuin nyo without the need of a certain representative, no? Filing a resolution. Ang daming trabaho dito. Committee on Energy, taga-energy ako. Napilitan akong pumunta dito kasi last year, palagi ko, hindi dapat kayo dyan sa COA. Anong klaseng trabaho ang ginagawa niyo ngayon? In as far as the case under investigation is concerned. Anong klaseng trabaho? To be specific.
Sir, we can... kakandak po kami ng fraud audit investigation po.
Handa kayo ng...
And now, sir, finalization na po.
Hindi ko tinanong yan. Ang trabaho lang. So, you're telling this committee, Mr. Chair, nagkakanda kayo ng fraud audit. If that is the case, what particular provision of your charter ang ginagamit niyo as the basis? Anong particular provision ng charter niyo ang ginamit niyo as the basis of conducting that? Ulit tayo dito. Nagtuturuan kayo.
Sir, ang basis po namin is yung PD 1445, sir, in general.
Ano nga particular provision? Kasi magkaiba yung mga provision dyan. Kung normal na audit lang, ibang provision. Kung mga fraud na, may ibang provision. Be specific. Kasi abogado ka eh.
But, sir, if I may, sir, Sir Chair, but in particular po sa fraud audit, ang pina-follow din po namin na specific guidelines sa amin is COA Memorandum 2020-01.
What is the basis of that COA memorandum? Because you cannot issue a memorandum without the legal basis. What is the particular provision of PD 1445 which has the basis for the COA to issue that memo? Kasi ang pinag-usapan natin dito, sabi nyo, nagkanda kayo ng audit. So, for me, I am not a lawyer. You are using the power, your power, under Section 40, yung pinag-usapan natin. Ano yung Section 40, attorney? Dahil pumupunta ka dito, hindi ka nag-aral sa subject matter ng hearing na to, investigatory and inquisitorial powers, power to punish for contempt. Tama po ba? That is the basis. Kaya nagkanda kayo ng fraud audit. Dahil hindi na ordinaryong audit yung kinakandak ninyo. Hindi regular.
Go, please answer.
Sir, I think, Sir Chair, I think that pertains to the contempt power, sir.
Iyon na nga. Kaya sinabi ko to, dahil bakit napakahaba ng proseso ninyo, mayroon naman kayong power. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng SAT?
Special audit team, your
Mali po.
Sir Chair.
Sa ginagawa ninyo, hindi po special audit team yung ibig sabihin ng SAT. You sat on the case. Inupuan ninyo yung kaso. Yan po yung nangyari dito. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng dosisticom?
Production of documents.
Mali po. Sa ginagawa ninyo ngayon, tikom yung bibig ninyo. Bakit inabot kayo ng ganito katagal? Kaya po, yan ang nasabi ko dahil sa obserbasyon ko sa mga nagdaang hearing, talagang wala kayong silbi in as far as this case is concerned. Sinadya nyo ba, Mr. Sir, na patagalin to?
Sir, no, sir.
Bakit po tumagal ng ganito pag hindi nyo sinadya, Mr. Chair?
Sir Chair, nag-apologize po kami sa perceived delay. But ang naging audit po kasi is intensive po kasi naging audit and considering the number of transactions involved. And
Mr. Chair, auditor po ako. Kung pwede mong pahabain, pahabain. Pero in this case, Section 40 is very clear. Pag hindi nila sinubmit yun, paragraph 2 will apply. Paragraph 2 will apply. Yung contempt power ninyo, bakit hindi nyo ginamit yung paragraph 2? Oh, gusto nyo, basahin ko. Oh, uulitin ko. Yung Section 40, investigatory. Kasi nag-investigate na kayo dahil fraud na eh. Hindi na to regular na audit. Hindi pangkaraniwan. The chairman or any commissioner of the commission, the central office managers, the regional directors, the auditors of any government agency, and any other official or employee of the commission. Biruin mo, any other official or employee of the commission, deputize, no? In writing, dineputize na yung SAT eh. Pero anong ginawa nila? They sat on the case. Inupuan nila. So, the chairman shall in compliance with the requirement of due process have the power to summon the parties, no? Brought before the commission for resolution, issue subpoena. Yan yung mga dosisticom na ginawa ninyong tikom ang bibig ninyo, no? Or inquiry on any matter within the jurisdiction of the commission. So, pagkatapos niyan, sabi nyo ngayon, hindi sila nag-comply, hindi sila nag-reply doon sa mga dosis tikom. Kasi tikom ang bibig nila. Pinabayaan ninyo. Dapat automatic, even without the necessity of filing a resolution in Congress, dahil trabaho ninyo, you apply, no, paragraph 2. The commission shall have the power to punish. Kaya nga, nandito yung provision na to. You are a lawyer. What do you think is the intent of the framers of PD 1445 in providing this particular provision? What do you think is the intent? Kuha.
Sir, to punish non-submission of.
Iyon na nga eh. Malinaw na nga yung batas. No room for interpretation na pahabain pa. Punish, no? To punish contempts provided for in the rules of court. Magagamit niyo yung rules of court under the same procedure and with the same penalties. Piruin mo yan. The same penalties, the same procedure. Any violation of any final and executory decision, order or ruling of the commission shall constitute contempt of the provision. Napaka-tigas po ng provision na to. Pero, tikom yung bibig ninyo and you sat on the case. Kaya ang interpretation ko sa SAT ninyo, hindi yung special audit team. Inupuan ninyo. Kaya ang interpretation ko sa dosis tikom ninyo, tikom ang bibig ninyo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Dagog. Kowa, did the special fraud audit team at any time request the commission for the issuance or citing the persons in contempt?
Sir Chair, no, sir.
No. Despite the fact that they reported that there was non-submission, parang no cooperation from the local government unit that they were investigating. Tama po ba?
Sir Chair, you're correct, Sir Chair.
See, so that's the point of Congressman Daguok na-encounter na nga nilang ganun, yet they did not apply the provisions of law which could have helped them dispose of the matter faster. Di ba? Tama po.
Correct, sir.
That is
sir.
why few months before the next election, we're still facing the same problem that occurred in the previous election, 2022.
Sir Chair and Your Honors, we admit and we apologize on what that we have not fully utilized what could have been our tool para makapag-submit po ng to compel the concerned agencies na mag-submit po sa SAT.
Yes, but
And-
let me finish, sir. I'm sorry. Di ba?
Sorry, Sir Chair.
Who's from legal here sa inyo, sa COA?
I am.
Yeah, Director, can you include, can you submit, siguro within the next few days, recommendations on the part of COA para paano natin siguro ma-improve ba ang yung capability of COA to compel the submission of these documents rather than just this process. Baka mahabol pa natin sa amendments ng law nyo in the BICAM stage once the Senate, if the Senate acts on it. I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have addressed this situation, as I have said earlier, with the new draft.
Yeah, can you send us copy this committee para at least man lang if it comes back to us for the BICAM,
Yes.
if it's being acted upon by the Senate, again, I will repeat that, no? Para at least ma-include natin. Kasi otherwise, all the other agents that you'll be investigating will just be using this excuse Ulit-ulit lang, di ba? And you will be encountering the same problems. You will also be encountering the same inupuan, sabi ni Congressman Daguok, na pwedeng upuan. Di ba? Pwedeng upuan. Because really, wala namang parang kayo ang dapat nag-check, yet no one's checking you. Di ba? And that's why we're having this investigation. Tama po ba? Sir,
Yes, Mr.
so
Chair.
can you please provide us with the recommendations man lang para ma-include namin sa amendments in your charter?
Yes, sir, we will.
Thank you, sir.
Before I recognize Chairman Akop, let me just correct, no? I stand corrected because in your report, dito po, under letter E, audit constraints, scope limitations, under paragraph 3A, nandito na po, na not all requested documents were submitted by the persons and agencies concerned. Nandito na po yung sinasabi ko kanina for you to verify. So, yung nirequest lang po namin ng mga documents that should be submitted in relation to the investigation. And in particular, yung isa po doon, yung issuance of the subpoena, the CICOM at the same time yung reply. Thank you po. Chairman Ako, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Nalilito na ako sa kwan Sa passion ni Honorable Daguok. May I know, Mr. Chair, whether sino po ba inimbita natin sa COA? Yung nag-conduct ng fraud audit team or yung main office po nila? Or yung regional office nila?
Comsec.
Mr. Chair, the directive last hearing was to invite at least an assistant commissioner and the director Stella Mercado of the fraud audit office.
Are they present this day?
No, Mr. Chair, they sent excuse letters. Director Mercado is in the Senate and ASEC Juliano. With ASEC Juliano, Mr. Chair.
And may I know who are the representatives from the offices or from the persons occupying the offices that we have invited?
Mr. Chair, they sent instead Director Daryl Tonelete, Director Christopher Cancino, and Attorney Rahaban sa Dagalangit.
Now, may I know before they came here from the three resource persons, binasa niyo po ba talaga yung proceedings dito? Will you please tell the truth? Binasa niyo ba talaga yung problema rito sa issue na ito?
If I may answer, sir. Mr. Chair, for me in the Legal Affairs Office, I was only requested to attend, and that I have
So you did not read.
no knowledge, no personal knowledge on the case or on
Please
the.
answer my question.
No, sir.
Did you read any document pertaining to this issue that's going to be tackled this day?
Just the status of the previous hearing, sir.
So wala po kayong binasa.
Wala.
Wala kayong pinag-aralan. How about the other two representatives?
Sir Chair, Attorney Dagalangit and I are from the Fraud Audit Officer, and yes sir, aware po kami dun sa audit ng Bombo and Cagayan, sir.
O sige. So you're aware at binasa po ninyo. Tama? Is that how I understand your answer?
Sir,
Tama po ba na alam nyo itong issue na ito at nagbasa kayo?
yes sir, the fraud audit
Yes,
report,
thank
sir,
you.
of Bombo.
Now, when did the fraud audit start? Insofar as Bombo Radio is concerned. Doon pa lang sa unang tanong eh. Sablay ka na eh.
Sir,
Para sa kaalaman po ninyo,
okay.
ang tagal na po namin inaantay yung yung result ng fraud audit. And the last time that I attended this hearing, ang sabi po ng submission is August 20, which was, I think, extended according to your representatives then, simply because of the non-submission of certain documents by the concerned agencies. Are you aware of that? No, also? You did not read the issue. As you have stated na alam po ninyo. If you do not know that, then hindi kayo aware sa problema natin ngayon. And I'm no longer surprised why naiinis na yung mga kasamahan ko rito eh dahil sa pagsasagot ninyo eh. Tama po ba?
Sir Chair, yes po, alam po namin yung naging deliberations po dito dati. Also of the submission ng dalawang fraud audit reports namin po sa Cagayan.
That is why nagkakaroon ng problema dito because you cannot explain to us bakit po ang tagal ng pag-conduct ninyo ng fraud audit report vis-a-vis Bombo Radio transactions. Hindi po ba?
Sir Chair, as to Bombo po,
Pakisagot lang po
may
yung
report
aking
na po kami
katanungan.
na-submit, and
Pakisagot lang po yung aking katanungan.
and ang delay po as I mentioned po earlier, kasi po sa mga transactions na involved, and yung audit po, we make sure po kasi na it will stand, kasi ita-transmit po ito sa ombudsman, and ito yung mga magiging basis ng notice of disallowance if mag-issue po.
May I ask, are you through with the fraud audit vis-a-vis Bombo Radio?
Yes, sir. We have already transmitted a copy to the Honorable House, Sir
And-
Chair.
And this is based on the complete records supposed to be submitted by Bombo Radio and the provincial government of Cagayan? May I ask?
Sir, if this has reference to the earlier question po, it covers yung period ng 2021, sir.
I'm not
From-
asking about the period. I am asking about the completeness of the documents required, supposedly required by COA in order to complete and finish its fraud audit report.
Sir, As to the requested documents, sir, there are na hindi po na-submit.
May I ask, were there documents submitted by Bombo Radio when you required these documents from them?
Sir, yung isinabmit po sa House, sir, yun din po ang binigay, sir, Chair.
Pakisagot lang po yung aking katanungan. It's answerable by yes or no. Kasi yung sagot po ninyo, may kasunod po akong katanungan.
I think the question is, did Bombo Radio comply with your request for the documents and did they submit it to you?
Not all, Your Honor, Sir Chair.
If I asked you, doon sa pangangailangan nyo na dokumento doon sa COA, ilan ang porsyento na naisubmit nila? Kung 100% dapat yung isasubmit?
Sir, my apologies, but I cannot competently answer the question po because yung team po wala po.
Akala ko po ba alam ninyo yung kaso na ito?
Yes, sir. We dumaan po sa amin ang fraud audit report, sir, but as to dun sa
Are you a lawyer?
details,
Are you a lawyer?
sir, yes, sir.
Yes. Hindi ba dapat kung appear ka sa korte, dapat alam mo lahat ng kaliwat kanan ng kaso na yun? Para alam mo kung paano mo protektahan yung kliyente mo in the same manner that you should always do things completely para maproteksyonan nyo yung paggamit ng pondo ng gobyerno.
Sir, sorry, sir.
What are you sorry about?
Sir, I apologize. I'm sorry because there are details po na hindi namin masagot sa level namin because it is the special audit team ang ano po yung mga nag-conduct po, yung mga nasa field.
Alam nyo po na yung kaso na ito ay tungkol doon sa audit na ginawa sa Bombo Radio at saka sa provincial government of Cagayan. And you did not even think of inviting or asking the members or the head of the audit team to be with you so that he will be able to provide you with answers which you cannot answer. You did not even think of that, attorney? Ay makukulong yung kliyente mo pag ganyan ka.
Sorry, Sir Chair, but dun sa invitation, we are of the impression po na it's regarding policies and
I think
procedures po.
you have the wrong impression. Ako,
Sorry,
noon,
Sir Chair.
ako yung nasa serbisyo. Pag pinatawag ako, being the director for controller dun sa PNP, dala-dala ko yung budget officer ko at saka yung fiscal officer ko para matulungan ako sa pagsagot kung ano mga katanungan ng mga nandito noon. Di ba? Foresight lang yun, attorney. Kasi ang issue, sigurado ako na marami kang hindi alam sa issue na ito. And yet, you did not have the foresight to ask the members or the head of the fraud audit team to be with you, to help you answer questions coming from the members of this committee. Di po ba?
Agree, Your Honor.
Agree. Next time, do not commit that mistake. Were there documents also required from the provincial government of Cagayan regarding their agreement with Bombo Radio?
Sir, yes, there are, sir.
Now, yes, you asked documents from them. Did they comply?
Sir, based on this EDSA, sir, we have received documents from the province.
You received documents. That's your answer, official answer. Okay? Correct? That's your official answer.
Yes, sir, Chair.
Yes. And again, doon sa kung ang hiniling po ninyo sa Provincial Government of Cagayan ay 10 dokumento, ilan po kaya na i-submit nila?
Sir, I have no idea as to the exact number or percentage.
Now, in the event na hindi po sila nag-submit ng kompletong dokumento, ano po ang ginagawa ng COA? What is the recourse of the fraud audit team?
Sir, this will, pag hindi po submit, this will form part of the findings.
Anong funding?
Findings, Your Honor.
Findings. Okay? Na ang finding ilalagay nyo ron that the provincial government of COA and Bombo Radio failed to submit complete documents. Ganun po ba?
Correct, sir, Chair.
And you leave it at that?
Sir, we indicated in the report that such that the agency did not comply, sir.
So, yun, pagkatapos, ano ang susunod? Kasi ang gusto namin malaman, kung ganun nga ang nangyayari, ano ang ginagawa ng COA para matupad nila yung kanilang jurisdiction o yung trabaho? Kasi you're supposed to be the guardian of the expenditure of government funds. Di ba? Ano po ang susunod na action doon? When both agencies concerned fail to submit complete documents, gagawa lang kayo part of the report. After that, what?
Yes, sir. Sir Chair, maging findings po siya, and then in case of issuance of ND, yan po yung maging isa sa mga grounds for issuance of ND.
For issuance of?
Incomplete documentation.
Ano nga po ang
Notice of disallowance.
notice of disallowance? Madidetermine nyo yung notice of disallowance because of incomplete reports? Ganun po ba yun?
Yes, sir. Based on incomplete documentation, Your Honor.
So, notice of disallowance. Ano ngayon ang mangyayari sa notice of disallowance? Para makompleto na natin yung cycle.
Sir, pag-issue pa ng notice of disallowance, they will appeal or pay, Your Honor, Sir Chair.
They either will appeal.
Yes, sir. Settle the notice of disallowance, Your Honor.
Pagkatapos po nun, pag nag-appeal sila, pupunta sa commission.
Correct, Your Honor.
Yes. And how long would the commission decide on their appeal?
60 days, Your Honor.
60 days. Okay. And kung inapprove yung notice of disallowance, what comes next?
If approved, sir, and the aggrieved parties still pursues an appeal, he may go.
Di ba nag-appeal na nga siya? Hindi ba yun ang sinagot mo kanina? Appeal siya sa commission?
Sir, may after po sa CP, may appeal pa po, may remedy pa po yung aggrieved party to the Supreme Court. Petition for certiorari.
Now, in your experience, from the start of the audit report up to the Supreme Court, how long would it take? Kayo dapat ang makasagot nito dahil kayo ang gumagawa nito Di po ba?
Estimate, sir, based periods under our rules, it
Hindi
may
according
take-
to your rules ang tinatanong ko po. According to your experience. Kayo ang taga-COA What's the average length of time?
Sorry, sir, but wala po kaming data, Sir Chair.
Wala po
On
kayong...
how long, sir, yes, Sir Chair.
Now, if we follow your official timetable, how long would it take?
Around 9 months, Sir Chair.
9 months. So, kung hindi nasunod lahat yon, aabutin na mahigit 1 taon.